Hey friends, in this video, I'm sharing with you the biggest differences between a Scrum Master versus a project manager. When I was studying for my PMP exam and Scrum Master certification, I had so many questions about what is the difference between a project manager and a Scrum Master. I hope to share with you my insights and give you some advice if you're hoping to aspire to become a Scrum Master. This can also help you if you've been working as a project manager for quite some time and maybe you have the desire to apply to Scrum Master roles in the future. Now, before we get started, join me in the comment section down below. What are some activities that you know that a project manager does in their day-to-day life? Take a few seconds and leave me a comment down below. What do you think a project manager or a Scrum Master does? I want this to be as engaging and interactive as possible so we all can bounce ideas and learn from each other. All right, so let's first go over the role of a project manager. If you said that project managers are primarily responsible for managing and overseeing the entire life cycle of a project, such as initiation, planning, and execution, all the way to closure, then you're correct. The way that I've personally understood the project manager role, and also from my own experience, is that we're responsible for all areas that are tied to schedule, budget, resources, risk management, and procurement, just to name a few. From having worked as a project manager myself, I can tell you from firsthand experience that project managers are held accountable to make sure that the triple constraints of the iron triangle are upheld. So that means completing the project on time, within scope, and within budget, while still upholding to the highest quality standards. So for example, if we said that the project would be done with a budget of less than $1 million and the final product would be completed in less than 2 years, were we able to actually achieve that goal? Project managers are generally responsible for all aspects of the project, and we make sure that what we said we would do, well, we actually did it. Now, what do you think are the skills a project manager needs to be successful in their job? We need to have a technical foundation in project management so we can lead teams through all phases of the project and delivering it on time and within budget. If you're a project manager, you may also need a technical background in your specific industry. So let's say that you're in construction, for example. It'll be very important that you understand the lingo and the concepts that are involved with construction projects, whether it's building new homes or apartment complexes in the city. In terms of software, you must absolutely know how to use a Microsoft Office suite, such as Excel and PowerPoint, and of course, your traditional project management software, such as Microsoft Project, Smartsheet, Workfront, and other types of online collaboration tools, such as Lucidchart, Miro, or Mural. By the way, if you're getting a lot of value out of this video, make sure to smash that like button because it shows your support for me so I can keep creating high quality videos just like this. Now let's talk about the role of a Scrum Master and their responsibilities. A Scrum Master's purpose is to act like a servant leader and to enable the team to get their work done. Not to control the team and tell them what to do, not to dictate them. The Scrum Master leads the team to follow the Scrum methodology, and they make sure that the Scrum ceremonies are being followed, such as the daily Scrum, sprint planning, the sprint retrospective, and the sprint review. Now, I like to think of the Scrum Master's role as the person who enables the team to be more agile in their ways of working and thinking and helping the team deliver value in a much more continuous delivery to the customer. The way that I've personally understood the Scrum Master role is that they focus on the internals of a team. So instead of being the person who monitors the project status on a day-to-day basis and being responsible for all areas of a project scope, schedule, budget, resource, and so on, the Scrum Master is more focused on the inner workings of the team. It's the Scrum Master's role to create the environment that's more beneficial to building that trust and the transparency so that everyone has the visibility into the work that's being performed. It's truly a difference that's worth highlighting here. Now let's talk about what the Scrum Master is actually held accountable for. The Scrum Master is there to remove roadblocks and to help the team get their work done. They do this by embracing the servant leadership mindset that I mentioned earlier. They help facilitate the team and the entire organization champion the best practices of Agile. Something to keep in mind here is that this is beyond the boundaries of a project. This is much, much bigger than the team itself and the project that you're supporting. This extends to the entire organization where you will rally. You're going to spearhead ways to facilitate and help your organization adopt the Agile mindset and the Agile ways of thinking. And because of that, the Scrum Master needs to be able to influence at all levels in your organization so that Agile can be widely adopted by different users. So when you think of it in this way, the Scrum Master acts like a change agent and like an internal leadership coach to the organization. Now, I do want to emphasize a big difference here. A Scrum Master does not manage the project itself. In conventional terms, the Scrum Master is not responsible for managing each phase of a project's lifecycle. Instead, the Scrum Master is focused on serving as the coach, the facilitator, and the change agent that helps the team adopt and embrace ways to be more agile in their ways of working. Now, of course, you'll see this vary from job description to job description, but that's the main gist of it. The biggest benefit here is so that the team can continuously deliver a working product to your customers. In contrast, a project manager is more project oriented. The project manager manages the budget, the project schedule, and they're the one responsible to find ways to optimize their resources to make sure that the work is done on time. They know what to do if an issue comes up by working with the team, and of course, if the budget is over budget or behind schedule. It's really a complete mindset shift, especially if you've worked previously as a traditional project manager who followed the waterfall approach. Just remember that the project manager is responsible for the outcomes of the project, while the Scrum Master is responsible for helping facilitate and coaching the team to adopt the Agile framework and the ways of thinking so that value is continuously delivered to the customer. Now let's talk about the skills a Scrum Master needs. The skills revolve around 4 key areas: being good at teaching, coaching, and mentoring others, as well as facilitating discussions by acting as a servant leader. These skills will be very important since you'll be championing the Agile mindset and the best practices to not only your team, but also to your management and the entire organization to embrace the Agile development process. You're going to need to be very good at listening to other people and being open to receiving feedback. From the technical standpoint, the Scrum Master needs to have a fundamental understanding of the Agile development process and how to use software tools such as Jira, Confluence, and Asana, just to name a few. Now, similar to a traditional project manager role, it will be extremely helpful if the Scrum Master has the technical knowledge and experience in their field. For example, that could be tied to software development, programming, and testing, or quality assurance. That way, if you've had that experience before, you'll be so much more successful and more persuasive when you have to influence others to embrace Agile and the concepts around servant leadership. Now, all of these skills are very important because the Scrum Master must create an environment where everyone trusts each other and they feel safe enough to work together and raise any issues or concerns. So really, it's all about building a high-performing team and fostering that collaboration across your organization. Now, question of the day for you. What do you think about the differences in roles and responsibilities between a Scrum Master and a project manager? Join me in the comments down below. What role are you currently in, and are you trying to land a job as a project manager or a Scrum Master. I genuinely hope that you found this video helpful, especially if you're deciding between a job as a project manager or a Scrum Master. If you want to know how to pass your professional Scrum Master certification in less than 1 week, watch this video next, and I'll see you in the next video.